Hello friends, welcome to Astro Vishaka Astrology channel. As you know, I am currently running a series on Phaladeepika's excerpts on each planet and how it shows experience in the each houses. So today's topic is what Mars is in your chart is going to actually say about you. This is a fire within. So have you ever met someone who just radiate your unstoppable energy, very impulsive energy? Someone who walks into the room and immediately commands attention, like a commander in chief, or maybe someone who constantly find themselves in the middle of conflict, wondering why does this drama follow me? So the answer is isn't just about personality. It's about, it's written in the stars. As you know, every conversation, every moment, every thought, everything is being driven by planets. So this specific aspect of your life is driven by Mars, cosmic warrior, planet of raw energy, planet of passion, ambition, and yes, a very fiery, but a little bit of chaos is also there with this Mars. So in Vedic astrology, Mars represent your inner fire, that we all know it's a fiery planet. It's your drive. Mars is a house a lot of first and eighth house can understand. The fire goes and fires out. The first house fire comes in, you are born. Eighth house fire goes out, you are no more. So this is the reason Mars has so importance in our life. And depending on where the Mars is sitting, the exact moment you're born, the fire can either light up on your path with incredible success, or it can burn down everything on its wake. So ancient text gives us incredible raw unfiltered this information about what happens if Mars occupies 12 houses of our life. Today we are breaking down all these 12 placements. So grab your birth chart, see where the Mars is sitting, and let's dive in. So I have created again four areas. The first three houses I call it as the identity, voice, and the will. So the identity. So when the first house when Mars is placed in Lagna, and when your Mars is here, your entire identity is going to be infused with fire. The ancient text also say that the placement makes person incredibly valorous, very winner, a commander in chief, and brave, but also cruel. Okay, he cannot be a soft nature, he will be fiery nature, and that is intense. Whole life is Mars gonna drive your life. First house Mars. This is intense. Physical age is here. You might notice you're prone to major accidents many times, not major but minor accidents. Many major means many times. Um, and scars and bruises you keep getting, and you move through your life like a human bulldozer. You are like a warrior, but the warning is here simple: don't let your passion turn into a recklessness. See, Mars is impulse energy, immediate react. So what you can say in Hindi, thanda karke khao. So thanda, slow down and then act. Don't immediately act like immediate whatever happens. You don't have to respond quickly. Take some time and then answer like that. Now, second house is all about shifting tone from your money, speech, wealth, everything. And that happens when the warrior is moving your second house, that is Mars in second house. The classic text holds, and they don't hold very something they don't want to share, very openly. They say Mars in second house person can become very blunt and sharp tongued, and not always a clever when they speak, how they speak, but they need to really give a thought before they speak, because Mars is aggressive. Words on like a cut, like a knife. They will cut whatever you say, one word, and you will cut the relationship. You cut the emotions, and displacements can make a rocky relationship with your wealth, your own family members, and lead to serving others than ruling. So if you this is you, your life lesson is mastering your tongue and managing your impulse is very, very important. Second house Mars makes life sometimes miserable. Let's talk about third house. This is a favorite position of Mars because Mars is one door where the energy completely shifts. This is the absolute best place for Mars. Here you are powerful, adventurous, happy, brave, and utterly unsubdued by anyone. So you have an ultimate never give up style and attitude. The only match, let's say you might be deprived of the happiness of sibling. That could be a challenge. Maybe you may not have a siblings, possibly. So your drive is so individualistic that you tend to run the race of life as a solo athlete. You want to run everything on your own. You are like carrying the burden of the society or burden of your family. That way you take it. Now, second section of the houses from 4 to 6, I call it as a home, mind, and battlefield. So let's talk about home first. That's the fourth house. Fourth house represents the home, your mother, emotional peace, your comfort. Now imagine putting a bizarre fire inside the home, and that is a wooden home. The text warns that Mars here can burn the domestic happiness. There is a constant fight with your family members, causing conflicts with mother or struggle regarding the land and vehicles. It creates an inner restlessness. You are always on a guard when you should be resting. That is the place. So there is no point taking out sword or gun in the house. It's the wrong place. You should be on the war front, not on the home. Home should be peaceful. That is where you should look at it. So that is what saying you should not use such um, uh, perspective at home. Be peaceful, be no use of such things, and remain very calm at home. That is the learning for this life. Moving to the fifth house, the house of intellect, creativity, and children. When Mars takes over, it can overactive your mind, sometimes making a person prone to impulsive decisions, tale-bearing, or acting before they think. And that is what happens. The ancient also noted that it can bring disasters and challenges regarding the children if you don't properly manage them. Why? Because Mars is a soldier, not a caretaker. If you have this, you are consciously channel that fire into creative projects rather than mental anxiety. Please understand this point. Now let's talk about sixth house. Boom, Mars is back in its element. It's a favorite place for Mars because the sixth house is a house of obstacles, dates, enemies. Put the warrior planet here and you become unstoppable. The texts say that Mars in the sixth house makes you wealthy, generous, capable of completely crushing your rival's enemy. You possess the splendor of king. It makes a person incredibly sensuous. If you have the Mars here, you thrive under pressure. You will do great because you are a taskmaster. You will achieve what you want to achieve. The goals will be achieved on a daily basis. And obstacles don't stop you, they just motivate you. Fighting is not stopping you. You fight will make you motivate more to do action, to achieve something because it's a competitive nature. Here Mars make you competitive and winning the competition is Mars strength, and that is where you will be successful in the competition. Let's talk about the next set of houses which talks about relationships, secrets, and destiny. So let's talk about the seventh house. Seventh house, we have talked one of the most famous concept in astrology called Manglik Dosha. That's Puja Dosha, or people say. But Mars sits in seventh house. Again, it is a very one-liner point. There are many aspects need to be seen from moon, from lagna. All these aspects can be seen whether this Mars is really creating a Mangalik dosha, whether it is a nakshatra, which nakshatra is there. Basis on that, it is a powerful Mangalik dosha or mild Mangalik dosha. So, and it doesn't, we should not be worry about what exactly happened. But yes, it is always good to check the dosha or the problem, a fault. You can actually find the way to handle it. So, ancient text also warns the marital discord and undesirable actions can happen. Unnecessary, there is conflict with spouse can happen. So these are the 7th house. I don't want to get much into detail, but yes, Mangalik dosha present, if it is present, can be solved. So what important note we need to always also keep in mind that Mangalik dosha occurs when the Mars is in the first house, second house, fourth house, 7th house, 8th house, and 12th house. Anywhere it is placed, but it sounds scary, right? But this is a secret ancient passed down. If both partners have the similar placement, the energies matches and the dosha get cancelled. So it can actually create incredibly strong dynamic bond. So, and again, my only point is when you checking the Mangalik dosha, there are many aspects need to be seen, not just looking at the some Mars's placement and define on it. So don't get scared, nothing to really worry, and everything can be when you are looking for a chart or a chart matching, you need to be careful. That's it. When you are matching the chart, but doesn't mean if it is not matching and still you get want to marry. There are things to see if really it is a very strong Mangalik dosha or a mild Mangalik dosha. We need to see that. Mars, if it is in the 8th house, things will get intense, secretive. The 8th house deals with longevity and hidden things. Mars here can bring a deceased body, maybe sudden some allergies, some challenges will come, and sudden ups and downs can happen. And you have to be careful on the public criticism. But yes, not only one displacement. See, you need to also see the Jupiter or benefic placements on your Lagna or Lagna Lord. That also can be seen. And if fortunately if it is a Lagna Lord, it is sitting in the 8th house. I don't see it's a bad thing because first lord never becomes bad, it is always good for you. So that way you can look at it. And they constantly reinvent yourself through the life's trials. So you will have this transformation thoughts, transformation actions, karmic event will happen and you get transformed and you become new you. So that way you can look at it. Ninth house, it's all about luck, father, mentors, religion, everything. Even if you are the favorite of the king, Mars can create hidden animosity from the others. Because the text suggests that it can bring premature separation or a lack of happiness from a father figure, because there is always conflict and there is a constant tussle or tug of war with father or mentors, can make a person fiercely dogmatic or oppressive of others. With Mars here, your challenge is to fight the truth, not just for your own ego. So you need to be really clear. You follow the righteousness. What is dharma? Asking you do that. Anything just to sake of your making happiness to your ego is not going to work. This is the testing when it comes to in the 9th house Mars. The last slot called houses from 10 to 12, which is for karma, gains, and unknown. Now, when we look at these houses, we'll start with the 10th house. Mars in the 10th house is a powerful placement. It's a Digbala, Mars, strong planet. Mars gets here all directional strength. And the texts say that even if you are naturally cruel or stern, you will be highly charitable, valiant, and treated like a king. You are praised to get personalities from the great personalities, and you will be always awarded, you will be always appreciated on your karma. Mars is in the 10th house, you make a incredible work ethic, very very focused, because you're a taskmaster. You will try to achieve the goals what you're planning for. You are the ultimate boss and the commander of chief in the career, so you will do great in career. Mars in the 11th house. The 11th house is all about desire, all about gains, social networks. Mars here makes this native powerful, wealthy, and full of conduct and genuinely happy. Your desires are when you want something, you have that energy and try to go out and get it. So go get it kind of attitude here, and you wish it and you make sure it happens for you. So that's the executive or execution planet called Mars sitting here. It helps you. Now, last is the unknown, which is where we say 12th house, the house of isolation, subconscious, let go, losses. Mars are placed here that fiery energy gets internalized or hidden away. The ancient text suggests that it can make a person bit of secretive and talebearer or a mean spirited if unchecked. It can lead to eye affliction for sure, or a feeling of being alone. But always there is a fear is there. Even in the marriage, it can call a channel your energy inward through meditation, spiritual discipline, or a charity. Because if you don't do this, there is a sometimes, I will not say every time, but sometimes the marriage, especially um, uh, the your personal time, can be abusive. So we need to be very careful on this. And rather than letting it turn into a internal frustration, the frustration comes out and at a wrong time. So that's the worry. So you need to be very careful in this. So what is the learning here is that wherever Mars sits, but you need to master your fire. This fire is can pick up anywhere, any direction, but you need to channelize it properly in a right direction. Utilize in the exercise, utilize in your gymming activity, and see that your Mars remain silent. If it goes silent, then your other works and other positive actions can happen in your life. So Mars is pure raw power. It's neither inherited good or bad. It's just simply a fuel. If your Mars is challenging houses, it's not a life sentence. It's a roadmap. What roadmap? It's showing you exactly where you need to practice your patience, discipline, and awareness. And if Mars is in power house, then it reminds you massive potential. You have to change the world around you. That is where the Mars's role is there. So let me know where Mars is sitting in your house in birth chart. I would love to find that what that fire is in your life. Let me know through comments. Smash the like button and don't forget to subscribe for the more cosmic deep dives. Until next time, keep your fire burning light and fast and bright, but don't let it burn you down. See you.